I'm live. My computer is magically fixed. Oh my gosh. Hold on. We're just going to knock on some wood here. No problems going live today. StreamYard is working. It's my monitor. You guys can't tell, but my monitor last night. I've just had my computer doing some things, and all of a sudden, my monitor on my laptop, poof, it starts working again. So I have YouTube pulled up behind me. I have StreamYard up here again. I see Nancy giving me a 1 to let me know that you guys can in fact hear me and everything is going good. Wow, feeling good, going good. So I just want to scroll up here. I see Mike stopping in the house. Afternoon, evening, everyone. Followed by William saying hello. And William has a big bowling tournament tonight. So best of luck, William. And hey, I appreciate you listening while you're going bowling. But if I'm distracting you or throwing you off your game, completely understand. Make sure you go get that 300. I see Lewis coming in. Welcome again, Lewis. I see Nate saying if his headphones hold up, he's actually listening while having dinner. It's a good thing I ate ahead of time because this time Nate is not going to make me hungry. Mike, Nancy, Linda, everybody coming on over from that video premiere. I see Lewis saying it is a 10 out of 10. Happy to hear it, Lewis. William saying, Kobe, you have great videos of Kenya. I'm actually speechless. That is great to hear. Thank you guys for that feedback. I know the video premiere tonight is a lot of reading and stuff like that. So part of me was against making the video. Part of me was questioning whether I just say screw it and do some voiceovers, stuff like that. But I mean, it's just such a special ceremony, and I really wanted to share it. If not for the enjoyment of others, I really just wanted to have all of those dances and ceremony, that welcome ceremony on video for me to look back on. Because, oh my God, I don't think I've ever had a more welcoming, exciting, like, kickoff to anything ever. Like, so amazing. Such a great opportunity. I see Lewis saying, don't forget about you-know-who. So that must mean Rebecca is also watching. Thank you, Rebecca, for being here. So, I don't know how much you guys were able to read on the video tonight. So I'll talk a little bit about it before we get into the big news. But basically, we ended up spending one afternoon, couple hours with the Maasai. And this tribe, or not this tribe, I have to remember, this village in particular is open to tourists, tourism, etc., but many of them are not. So we actually got to walk over to their village. They met us at our hotel, our lodges, and they told us we can either take the American way or the Kenya way, the traditional Maasai way. Which would you like? And naturally, we all picked the Maasai way. So we ended up walking through some cow fields, stuff like that. I'm guessing the American way would have been sticking more to the roads. I don't know for sure. They never told us. But we walked through some fields to get to their village. And we got there. They welcomed us, explaining that different parts of their songs, how the women mainly focus on the chorus while the men focus on the bass. And that the women, some of the singing they do with the chorus is to actually represent some of the animals found in the savannah. I see Lewis saying, actually, I was hoping and watching the video at the same time. Don't ask why. Jumping, not hoping. I see William asking, how was the food? So that was one part of the video I talked about in text. Their food is milk, raw meat, and cow blood. That is where those traditional meals come from. That is that tribe. So oftentimes the milk is actually spoiled. It is curdled. Nate is probably losing his appetite right about now and either going to shut me off or stop eating. But that is what their meals are. The cow blood is always fresh. And what I was going to say in text in the chat tonight is, in the moment, if I got offered a thing of cow blood, I probably would have drank it. But in hindsight, as I was editing the video over the last couple days, I'm really glad they didn't offer that to me, because in hindsight, knowing that even the freshest and cleanest, like fruits, vegetables, food, drinks, all of that stuff has massive bacteria in it. So God forbid if I had tried their raw meat, the cow blood, or the curdled milk, I probably most likely would have gotten extremely sick. So in hindsight, probably a good thing. As for the meat, I don't know if I have the stomach for that. I've been a very, very picky meat eater my entire life. Most of you know I don't like steak and stuff like that. I'm very, very picky about my meat. Not a big fan of a lot of meats. So eating raw meat, especially like cow intestines, stuff like that, I just right now it's kind of making me nauseous just thinking about it. So we're going to transition to a different topic, and I apologize for Nate. I do not have the stomach for that. I don't think I would have tried it. But as you guys saw, the third song and dance that they perform is actually one of the most well-known and popular songs and dances. It's a jumping ceremony, and that is the final step to someone becoming a man officially in their tribe. So I actually got to take part in that. I see William asking, do they hunt their food? Yes. Yep, absolutely. So some of the stuff that I did not get on camera is it is a nomadic tribe. So that is one reason they took a liking to me. I kind of talked about my nomadic travels, living out of a bus. And when they made the joke about, hey, you should come spend the night, I was serious. And then once they realized I was serious about I would, that I think got me a lot more respect from them and the tribe. But they hunt their food, they build their houses, and they follow the food. That's why cattle is actually very big. It is more powerful and worth more than money itself, because without cattle, the Maasai basically have nothing. It is their entire way of life, from food to drinks to getting money to building their houses to getting clothing. All of that stuff comes from their cattle. So in their tribe, the more cattle you have, the richer your family is. I see Lewis saying he traveled all the countries. Bernays coming in the house. Thank you for stopping in. Saying hello to everyone in chat. Yeah, so they're a nomadic tribe, and they build. What happens is they will travel with their food, and they will travel with the temperature. And the women build the houses. The houses consist of dirt, cow manure, and like hay, stuff like that. That is how they build their villages. And then the other thing was sorry, losing my train of thought here. The women build the houses, and the men, as I was saying kind of in text in the video, the higher you jump and the more cattle you have, the more wives you can have. Now, I don't remember what that exact term is. It's poly something. They were actually the very first to ever have that on the planet. So they have multiple wives. The higher you jump, the more cattle you have. The more cattle you have, the more wives you have. But on a daily basis, every single night, every wife has a different house, and it is the man's job to go, have fun with the wife, every single wife, every single night. So the head of the tribe was joking, the more wives you have, the more trouble you're also going to have, because of, he was saying how tiring it's going to be and how jealous some of the wives get. But that is their way of life. So they make everything, they hunt, they don't go grocery shopping, stuff like that. They do not use modern medicine. See, Mike's pointing it out, and the more tired you are, so the harder it is to hunt. It was just, they are completely it. For those who have seen me boondocking as a nomad or watching Captain Jack or Nate boondocking, it is really boondocking to the most extreme example possible. They completely live off of the land, and that's where William was asking their religion. I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but it was some kind of, like, the most popular one is kind of like an animalism type thing, and it's all about the environment and the animals and living off it. It's a very spiritual versus I don't know. Like, there's a difference there. It's hard to explain, but there is a drastic difference. But following that, the biggest one is Christianity. I see William saying they took to you exceptionally awesome. They absolutely did. As I mentioned in text at the end of the video, I was the only person out of our entire tour group that was actually inducted and became an honorary member of the Maasai tribe for the day. So that is a huge, huge honor and something I just mind blown. Can't believe it. Was one of the biggest highlights of my trip. Mike's saying, so you're jumping, I'd say 2, maybe 3 wives compared to their jumping. No, Mike. No. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped at all, if that's the case. I mean, there was jokes about that, and I was like, no, because I don't want any relationship at all. Like, no. It was just awesome though. Getting to be there, and they really they individually broke us up, and they brought us into their actual houses, and they had us sit on their actual beds where they live and everything, and they explained, like, this is how we cook food, this is where we sleep, this is where the kids go to play, and all of that different stuff. And they encouraged us to take photos and videos, and there is so many videos out there on YouTube and Google and everything that shows this. But unfortunately, I did not record that. I really wanted to kind of take it all in personally and really appreciate how special of a moment this was. And while they are understanding of tourism and they know you want to take pictures and videos, it didn't really sit right with me. It's hard to explain, but there's something about it. I don't find it right. think it's very respectful to be going into their actual houses and their villages and be taking entire videos of there's like, I really wanted to respect their privacy, even though they encouraged it. Literally, we were in the house and he's like, "Are you sure you don't want to take any pictures or videos? Like, please go ahead, go." No, it didn't sit right with me. So unfortunately, I did not get any videos or photos of that part of this trip. But I do have other stuff, William, that I haven't shared yet, and we'll go a little bit deeper into conversation on that later. Mike is saying, so was it a few or more then that spoke English as well? So all of them? Well, that's a very broad statement. I'm going to rewind that back here. The main language is English. So all the adults spoke English, but the tribes do have their own special language. Like the Maasai, as you guys have heard over the last couple weeks since I got back, it's like jumbo, chwendele, poli poli. Those statements are from the Maasai. Each of those statements are different to each tribe. They each have their own language. So it's a little bit there, but the main language is English. William saying personalized families, I understand. And Nancy's asking, did you borrow the bathroom? So that's another thing talking about. I know Nancy's probably just joking here, but transitioning and kind of talking about it. Their houses, basically, they don't have a bathroom. You do go outside in a bush. So many of the females on the trip were not very excited about these parts of the trip. I didn't really care, being a man. But basically, to describe it, I don't know how. I'm not very good with 20 feet or whatever. Like, I've never been good at that. I can't give you guys a ballpark idea of how big these houses is. What I can tell you is you basically have to hunch. You cannot stand completely up in the houses. They are not tall enough for that. Actually, give me 1 second here. 1 minute. Hold on. So, I don't know. These are kind of far away here. But here is a picture of one of the tribe members. Oh, that glare is horrible. One of the tribe members with a bunch of the kids in the background and one of the houses. And you could actually see there's another one kind of off to the side there. And then I do have this Polaroid as well. All the kids gathered around a pole playing and the house in the background. So you could actually kind of see the kids are as tall as the house, pretty much. Just to give you guys a comparison to their size. So as you walk into their house, it is a very short hallway. And that is kind of where the kids play. There's no door. There's nothing like that. They just play kind of right in that entryway, I guess we can call it. And then it kind of curves to the right, like a right turn, right degree angle, right? Yeah, that's a lot of right. For every time I say that word, I should put $1 somewhere. I'd be rich. But that brings you to the main part of the house. In the middle of the floor is a fire pit. And that is how they keep themselves warm at night. That is how they cook their food, stuff like that. Off to the left, immediately is a bed made out of wood and straw and clay and manure. And that is where the adults sleep. And then on the opposite side is one more bed like that. That is where the kids sleep. And then straight ahead in front of the fire, basically where the wall ends, because these beds are, what is it, half of a twin. So straight ahead, they end at the end, like the house ends where the bed ends. You have one skinny little window, and that is where the sunlight comes in, but also where the smoke from the fire is kind of escaping so they don't suffocate from smoke. I see William telling Mike that was a great question. I was eating till Nancy asked a weird question. Scrolling. William's also saying, great question. And he's asking, were you afraid on the safari? I would be running. The only time I actually was afraid at all on any of my safaris was when I got out of the vehicle to go to the bathroom. So I did talk about that on a previous live stream, so I'll keep it a little bit shorter here. But for those who don't know, it was 90 degrees every single day. Due to my health stuff, I frequently have to go to the bathroom. So as you can imagine, spending hours in a vehicle in 90 degrees without AC, I drank quite a bit of water on the first day, and I ended up getting out of the vehicle to go to the bathroom, which you're not supposed to do. The driver said it was okay, though, because the majority of the animals weren't around. And I believe it was, God, what is it? I'm drawing a blank here. There was basically an animal, and it was not happy. It was snorting at me, stomping its feet. And I was genuinely thinking, okay, can I jump on top of the roof of the Jeep? Will that even make a difference? I can't outrun this animal. That was the one time I was like, oh my God, this might not end well. It had to be hot, so how did you deal with it? It was, like I was saying, 90 degrees every day. So really, it was kind of just sucking it up. It was wearing clothes like this, and as you can see right now, this is unbuttoned. Well, okay, I'd unbutton this second part. Like morning, I'd have it buttoned all the way up to the top. It's cold. It's 40, 50 degrees. By midday, nope, we're unbuttoning the two top buttons. We're going to show a little bit more skin, be a little more relaxed, be able to breathe a little bit. I didn't drink water. Big no. Like big no. Do not recommend following my suit there. But it was either drinking a bunch of water and not having a place to go to the bathroom, or just struggling with dehydration. And then as soon as you get back to your lodge for the night, popping some dehydration pills, and then frequently having to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. I do want to point this out because you guys have seen several videos now of a lot of the animals I've seen, but I was just talking about this with my uncle. It can be I get it. You guys see my videos, you hear my stories on these live streams, and you're probably thinking that like all these safaris were a hit and you get to see all these animals. And my uncle was thinking like, it's like a zoo, but they roam free, so they kind of know where to go and this and that. And I really had to tell him like, no, it is complete chance. So this being our very first safari right here, we went hours without seeing anything. And then it was only maybe the last half hour that we got to see these elephants with the sunset and then cross in front of us and then alongside to see Mount Kilimanjaro. So that all happened within half an hour. Outside of that, you guys did not see me sitting for hours in a vehicle not drinking water with it being 90 degrees outside. It is completely random. The national parks have a very thin, small fence that oftentimes don't even keep the animals in. So local towns and villages know not to go outside their houses during night when it's dark. Many dogs and stuff like that do get killed every single day over there because of lions escaping out of the national park. But it was just like, it's wild. It is completely wild. They are wild animals in every way, shape, or form. There is no guarantee. So I was on safaris for 8 days. You guys are seeing and hearing about my highlights, but that's not what it was like every single day. We went hours. We went, like, there were altogether, not all like straight, but I'd say all together, if you connected them together, we probably went 2 days collectively without seeing any animals, because it was just hours here, hours there, hours here without seeing anything. And another question was, the water okay, or did it send you to the bathroom? So the water for me, I strictly stuck with bottled water as I was recommended, both in person once I got there, as well as online research beforehand, which eventually I am going to do a short video talking about everything to know when going to Kenya, because the side effects, as you guys saw, I kind of snapped when I got back here. The side effects from the vaccines, I think it's important that people know that, and know that they're not required. They're recommended, but not required. Like malaria, I didn't take anything for that. I am fine. At this point, we know that I don't have it. I would have caught it by now. I would be showing symptoms, stuff like that. I really want to make a video, because being the first person to go over there and do that, I had to learn all of this the hard way. And I really paid, both financially as well as mentally and physically, some major tolls to learn some of these things. But with the water, yes, stuck mainly to bottled water for drinking, washing my hands, brushing my teeth, stuff like that. The shower, eventually, I ended up just using the shower they use. I was basically, your body's just not used to the bacteria. It's like here in the United States, there's bacteria in the food we eat. There is bacteria in our water. Not as extreme as over in Kenya, but the other thing is that our bodies are used to it. We were born consuming it. Like, our bodies have grown a tolerance. So in Kenya, when you don't have a tolerance, our main director actually told us, William, the first couple days, 2 or 3 days, you will end up having to go to the bathroom a lot. You might get stomach cramps, feel nauseous. But after that, give it like a week tops, your body is going to be completely used to the bacteria in Kenya. And that's why the director and the locals that live there, it is completely safe for them to consume. To a degree, of course. I mean, look at Flint years ago. That being a big water thing, countrywide news, like similar situations. To a degree, it's mainly safe. I have friends in South Africa that regularly take trips to Kruger National Park and said the same. Hit or miss on seeing animals, more misses than hits. Absolutely, that's what I was trying to tell my uncle, because he's like, they have it. Like, it's the safari capital of the planet. They have it planned out to a T, and they just make it sound. No, it's legit. It is hit or miss. It is pure chance. That is what you're getting into. And I knew that going into it, but That's why after 8 days of mainly doing just safaris, I would have loved to spend a day with the Maasai. I would have loved to see more culture and learn more about their culture. Because after 8 days of sitting in a vehicle all day, every day, pretty much, the safari's kind of, in my opinion, while it was cool, there was some cool sights. I got some amazing photos I'm going to show you guys tonight. It just kind of got boring. It was kind of like, let's move on. Let's do something else. Lewis is saying, that's where the Madagascar. Yep. A matter of fact, Lewis, you are actually talking about Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, where the movie opens up with an image of Mount Kilimanjaro. So you best believe that on the way down there, I was watching The Lion King and all of that, and on the way back to the United States, I was watching Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, and recognizing all of these different places that I had just been to. So the wildlife are walking for miles. They don't have a base camp. That is correct. There is no base camp. There is no, like, let's go over here. I mean, there kind of is, like, part of where we drove is part of where the Great Migration kind of happens every year, except it's between a 3 to 4 week. You never know exactly when they're going to be there. We were a little early, unfortunately. But there really is no base camp. And what I also was surprised about was, personally, I thought it would be like zebras over here, lions over here, elephants over there. No, it's all just mixed and mingled, and they live within each other and all of that stuff. It was really, really cool to see that, and very fascinating, in my opinion. William's asking about the bugs. There were not a lot of bugs that I saw, or that I can recall, but I'm sure there's a bunch. I mean, I could think of a couple, dong beetles, stuff like that. I'm sure that are over there. I watch. I'm trying to think of how this was pronounced. But basically, it's a water hole with a camera, is what Nancy's saying. I bet there's got to be some pretty cool views on there. So we are half an hour into tonight's live stream here. I got some photos, stuff like that to share with you guys. But let's talk about the big news here. So right out the gate, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I wanted to share it with you guys because if it pulls through, this is going to be pretty awesome. So many of you know that I essentially start my YouTube seasons on September 6th. So we are about to end up another season of Living the Dream. And with that, I've been doing some interesting things in the background that I will not yet share because it is going to be a surprise during our season 4, 5. Oh my God, how long have I been doing YouTube for? It is going to be a surprise during our season premiere. But my big news is that as of this morning, I am currently at 2,500 hours watched out of 3,000 needed. So, very, very possible that within the next week or two, based off of what my current trend is, let me think about this here. Let me pull it up. Bear with me. In the last 7 days, I have gone up 534 watch hours. So, if this continues, within the next week, I could potentially qualify for monetization again. So, we might be kicking off a new season monetized. Now, transitioning from that, I have gone through my photos. I have started ordering things. I have a crazy amount of stuff here. I am going to start uploading those on eBay. We're going to pull my website down, and we're going to have those up on eBay. So if I become monetized, hopefully right underneath these videos, you guys will be able to see my book, my t-shirts, my photography, and be able to click on them and go directly to eBay and make some purchases and buy some stuff. So I made sure to bring the stack over here, and I'm not going to show all of it to you because I bought a lot. But I am working on it. I have things starting to be priced now. So the metal prints based off of other photographers, I am going to be pricing them at $130. I see William saying that he wants the book still. So hopefully that will make it easier for you, William. There is one of the metal prints, you guys. And this part outside of the colored edges here, it just peels back. So this is just a protective shield, and I'm keeping it on here so it doesn't get damaged. But look at that devious little troublemaker of a monkey. Absolutely amazing. It looks so much better in person, but I like how it kind of like shines and stuff. I love it. Absolutely biggest thing for me is these metal prints. And what they are is there is a block that goes on the back of them, and it sticks out of the wall a little bit instead of laying flat against the wall. So it kind of makes it look 3D as well. Let's see. Lewis is saying, not trying to be rude, but LOL, me and you are in monkey business in the live streams. You guys are eventually going to get a video of just monkeys. I'm probably going to call it monkey business because, oh my God, did those monkeys cause so much trouble. I see Linda saying she loves it. Nancy saying that stainless will go in my kitchen. My mom was my first customer officially to buy one. She ended up buying, I think this might actually be hers right here. It is. So this is my mom's metal print right here. She ended up buying the tree. Like me, she absolutely fell in love with this tree, and oh my God, I just love it on metal. It looks, it's hard to see, but it makes the metal like it's silver, yet blue, yet purple. The sky is absolutely remarkable. So we have a bunch of 11 by 14 prints, metal prints like this. I see William saying my wife Pat wants that picture. And the best part of this, you guys, is while I do have them ordered already, they are not limited. Now, some people will limit their photography, so it's like one of 50 and they could charge more. I am not going to do that because if people genuinely want to buy my artwork, my photography, stuff like that, I am just so honored to have that. I'm not going to limit it. Give me a second here. I'm going to end up taking these metal prints and moving them off to the side, and we will show you a different version of some of my photography. So next up here, we have a couple of wooden panels. I don't want to show that one. There's one in particular I want to show. Rocky, can you get out of my way? You're kind of being up my butt the last couple days. I get it. I've been gone for work a lot, but please. I see William's question here. What is the one on your wall? It is awesome. That is an 11 by 14 inch canvas. So bear with me. I have it somewhere. 11 by 14 inch canvas. I charge $100 for those. I had to learn all of this. All stuff I had to learn here. So, you know what? This isn't the one I was going to show you. But since William was asking, it's a wooden, like a bamboo on the back. And it's basically made for a desk for the most part. Put it on the bottom here and it'll sit on your desk. But a wooden panel. Trying not to get the reflection in there. Of that photo. There we go. There's too many lights in this room. So I got a couple of those. And I see Lewis saying he also likes that picture. Mike is asking. The thing is, I'm trying not to damage these boxes. So then I can mail them out. So bear with me while I put these back. I don't want to dent them or damage anything. Mike is asking 2 questions. Where did you go through to get those printed? And did you look into the forums I was talking? No, I have not yet. I actually just watched the live stream the other day and remembered we were talking about the Walgreens and Walmart thing. So I do have to look up that still, but I am going through Walgreens to like print all of this stuff off. So speaking of that, we'll take a break here. Let me pull the comment off so you guys can see that canvas while I talk. But there's a certain way I'm doing this. All of the stuff that I print, I can get at Walgreens, which I know when I travel and stuff like that, they are all over the place. And I am doing same pickup only. That means that's why I'm not limiting these. William's talking about how he wants that one photo, the one of the tree, correct, William? So that tree, if I didn't have it printed out already, William can tell me, hey, I want this photo and I want it in this format, and that exact same day, I can go place the order and get it within 24 hours and then mail it out to him. Now, Mike might know a little bit about this too, but a lot of photographers actually have it so the store ships it directly to the person making the order. I do not want to do that. For one, it costs way more in shipping. We're talking almost triple the shipping price. And 2, Walgreens has a 100% satisfaction guaranteed. So if there is a scratch or anything like that, if you are not satisfied, you can bring it back and they will redo it or they will refund you. So I want to personally, anytime I get an order, I am going to get it from Walgreens myself, and then I will go through the extra work of mailing it out because I want to guarantee that you are not getting a canvas that's ripped, for example, or a metal that's scratched or anything like that. I just feel so much better. It's that extra customer service. Yes, it makes more work for me, but I see Mike agreeing with me here. Yep, never had the direct ship. I just don't like it at all. And then that brings up another point William's actually mentioning right here. Make sure you sign all of your pictures. So, about that, give me a minute. Hold on while I scooch. So, notice anything missing on this framed photo that's already taped down because of the border? I had to tape it down. Notice anything missing? Like, I don't know, a signature? I ended up getting through half a box. I'll lift this box up for you guys. These will not be shipped. These are for craft fairs. I got through half of this box, taping and framing all of the photos. And then I realized that I didn't have a signature on them. I'm going to press pause. I see Lewis saying him and Rebecca are leaving. Thank you for tuning in tonight, you guys. Hope you have a great night. Catch my breath here and remove my chair. So I got through half the box and I went, shit, I forgot the sign. I grabbed my metallic Sharpie that I have seen people use on canvas and stuff like that. It is horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. And I'm curious to hear Mike's thoughts on this as we continue to talk. Like, signing on anything was a big, like, horrible enough. I did not dare try to sign anything of my photography with that metallic Sharpie. It was horrible. It was that bad. So then I started doing a little bit more research, and it seems pretty divided. Some photographers like to have a signature on there. Most of the time, they make it so while I go to Walgreens, you just edit it, and it's a digital signature in cursive that says Kobe Lorendo or Living the Dream, Kobe's Photography, blah, 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 blah. Most of them are digital signatures, not hand-signed. Other people, other photographers, they do not sign them at all. So I did make the decision after some research and much thought that I am not going to sign any of my photography because I think that the photo is more important than a signature. From my research, what I'm hearing and understanding is that most people could see a piece of artwork like this. I keep saying artwork. I mean, technically, I guess it's artwork, photography, whatever. They see it and they go, hey, I really like that. Where'd you get it? Oh, darn, there's no signature on it. That's a problem. But I feel like most of the people that are going to have my photography are going to know where it came from. Hopefully, they are going to remember where they bought it and where they got it. In case they do have that where, hey, William, where did you get that really nice metal panel? Oh, I got it from Kobe and blah, 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 blah. So I decided against it. I think the photo is more important than a signature or a logo. Transitioning and staying on that topic still, though, watermarks. We talked about that a little bit already. So my text, I mean, I showed you guys a couple on my phone. I get it. Watermarks are important. But hold on, I want to see what Mike's saying. Actually never signed any. If I had, it was usually a hidden digital watermark or small signature. And I think that's the same thing. I mean, some people, if you really want it, like William, I don't have anything that's signed right now, but if you really want me to get a signed one for you, I can go down to Walgreens and edit it. So it'll be digital. It won't be handmade, but I can do that. I can edit it and have my signature on there. And maybe I make it so I put, like, do you want a special request? Or do you want this signed? Yes or no? I don't know. To me, the photo is more important than a signature. And with that, the watermarks. You guys saw a couple on my phone in the live stream where the watermark was right on the photos. I'm sorry. I hate them. I can't. I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting the Live in the Dream logo. Do I have that on here? You guys all know what it looks like, even if I don't. Here we go. We're going to put this logo in the corner of each photography. That way it's not in the middle of the picture. It's still off to the side. Can people crop it? Yes, they can. I don't care. I'm willing to take that risk. And just by having that little logo right there, I have the raw files. Like, push come to shove, I'm not too concerned about it. I've done a lot of research on that as well. And again, I think the photograph is more important than a watermark or a logo or a signature. We'll still have it for my protection in case I ever need to do anything legally and prove that I am the owner, I am the creator. We will have that, but I am not going to do the giant Live in the Dream text on there, which is the only reason why all of this stuff is not currently on eBay for you guys yet. I mean, I want to go through and I want to edit that into there and redo the watermarks. William is saying, when I pass down my art to my grandchildren, I want a signature. We can definitely do that. When we talk, William, and I'll probably do it on eBay, I'll try to find a way where, do you want a signature, yes or no? And we will go from there. I could check Walgreens. I don't think it costs anything extra to add a signature, but I can definitely look into all of that. Because what I will be doing eventually, when I am on the road again, is I won't have a bunch of these. I will for craft fairs, but more often than not, it's going to be a print to order type thing. I won't be making them until I get an order. But something should be written in the back, especially dates. In 100 years, someone will come across it and wonder. Very important. I do agree with that, Brene, and I was thinking about that while we were talking about it, such as this canvas here. I wouldn't mind necessarily writing on the back, but I also think that's something I'm going to have to try, because I don't know if writing on the back of this will either like dent it at all or anything like that. I know the metal prints I could just do with Sharpie. I have seen that, a normal black Sharpie, they signature on the back with the date, stuff like that. But use low resolution for online images for showing your work. If someone does save image, it'll look like crap when they go to print it. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, Mike, because it was you in that one live stream that already kind of suggested that with this, that if someone screenshots it and prints it up, like, that is actually a very big part of why I decided not to have the giant watermark on the middle, because I really think those do more harm than good to the photo. And there's so many other ways such as that in order to protect myself and my photography. So we got those. We got some panels. We got the framed images. And the one other thing, we're kind of running a little low on time here, so I'm going to keep it moving, not show you guys anymore. I'll be posting stuff soon. I'll probably even do a short video of just saying photography now for sale and go through everything. But I do have 11 by 14 canvas, 11 by 14 metal prints. I think the wooden panels are 11 by 14. Hold on. Maybe not. They are 8 by 10. They are 8 by 10 premium bamboo wooden panels. And then I do have some more canvas like this that are 16 by 20. So those are kind of my options for shipping right now. Of course, you guys saw that box of all the framed photos. I will be selling those locally. So big things in that realm. And what a coincidence that while all of this is happening, Go Give It Community College announced that we are going to have a photography class taught by a professional local photographer. Something that since I've been saying 6-7 years ago, my very first year here as a student, I wanted. So, laugh and shake your heads. It happens every single time. I am coming out of student retirement again. Didn't last very long. I don't even know if you can say I technically retired as a student because it only ever lasts one semester, it seems like. Not even one summer. It's just, yeah. How can I not take that class? It costs $150. I don't think it'll be waived, even though I'm a staff member. I'm willing to pay that price. I'm willing to learn more. I've wanted that class 6-7 years now. I'm absolutely doing it. Traveling Mike saying, that's usually what I do. They look great on Facebook, etc. But when you go to save images and then print, it looks like crap. Absolutely. 2 frames left. Perfect game so far. Ooh, William, keep it up. Keep it up. Traveling Mike is saying also some sites such as Facebook, Instagram, etc. do some weird crap about Yes. I've had that a little bit actually. Well, Kobe, the elephants are mom's favorite. So although I want to see them all, I know the elephants is one for sure. And there is definitely, just because you're saying elephants, give me a moment here. I love this. These are my favorite ones. These really are. Now it sucks because these are only limited like to local purchases. But these ones are going to my grandma for all her support and stuff like that. And I just absolutely fell in love with it. We got the baby elephant in a golden frame, followed by, hold on, I'm going to end up dropping it. I don't want to break it. The mom elephant in a golden frame as well. And then last but certainly not least, I ended up breaking this one, which, sorry, Grandma. It's part of the reason I'm not selling it. The sunset photo of all the elephants also in a golden frame. So all kinds of big things here, milestones going on, stuff I've dreamed of for years. Finally coming to fruition, is that the word? I should know, I'm an author. Speaking of author, I ended up spending all day Saturday writing my second book, and it is up to 30,000 words and over 100 hours put into it so far. Some big things going on with that. I cannot wait. I'm getting very excited with that. It's really starting to take a format, a structure now. I'm very satisfied with how it's all turning out. So amazing. Ooh, look at that. Everybody got to take a time out here and give William a round of applause. Boom, a perfect game. 300 in bowling tonight in his tournament, William. This is during the tournament. Absolutely amazing. Good job, William. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. I cannot wait for you to teach me some bowling tips. I need to beat my residents in bowling here. I just want to scroll up here for a moment and say hi to Buddy, because I just saw one of your comments on an older video as well. And I was like, I haven't seen him in a while. I really hope everything's okay. So I appreciate you stopping in, and I do think about you. Everyone's congratulating William. He's saying that I'm his lucky charm. I'm glad somebody gets some luck from me. I saw Captain Jack coming into the house here. Boom shakalaka. He got that perfect 300. Absolutely remarkable. I want to scroll up here. I missed Captain's first comment here. Hit the thumbs up, please. You know, the nearer your destination, the more you're slip sliding away. Thank you for reminding everyone about that thumbs up, Captain, and thank you for the raid tonight. Captain, while we have you in here, is everything okay with the vehicle? Were you able to make it? I hope you're not having any issues at all or anything. So speaking of Captain too, I will be following up with Captain here. He actually said too that he might change his live stream time at some point. Nothing to worry about right now. If and when he might go earlier or longer, stuff like that. But outside of Captain Jack as well, going back to that photography class, the photography class is for only 8 weeks, and it starts right here at the beginning of the semester, and it is Tuesdays from 4 p.m. Central to 6 p.m., which what that means is I am going to work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then to class 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then normally do this with the live stream and all of that. I don't think that's a good idea, guys. Even though it's 8 weeks, I definitely think that's going to lead to some burnout. That's going to have some issues, stuff like that. Just a second here. I see Buddy asking, interested in some photos. Where do I go? It's going to be a while, Buddy. It'll probably be a week. So for anyone interested, actually, give me at least one more week, you guys. I might have it up in a couple days on my eBay, but let's give it 1 week. Let me get these watermarks so I'm protected and stuff like that. I want to make sure I have the shipping supplies. All of that, I want to make sure it's fully taken care of. So when orders do come in, not saying they will, but God forbid, if I get a bunch of orders all at once, I want to make sure that I'm big into customer service. Big into customer service, always have been. I want to make sure you guys are getting quality photos and prints at like a good pace. I don't want you waiting forever, stuff like that. And I want to make sure those watermarks are good. So I see Buddy saying no hurry, no worries. We'll give it a week, because with that too, hopefully next week, give or take, I will be monetized, and it'll make it so much easier for you guys to go to my eBay and see exactly what images are for sale, all of that fun stuff. Because that's the thing too, a lot of this stuff right now is like 7 pictures only 7. I have so many. Even outside of Kenya, I got so many over the years that I've been wanting to sell, but I never took this leap until now. So now that I'm fully taking this leap, it's like, let's go. Let's go. Let's have this and this. And like, I am going all out. So can't wait. Going back though to the class. Yes, Mike, I do have your information too. I don't know if I told you that. Nate did give me your number, so I'll be connecting with you about it. Okay, perfect. Captain's is saying I should be totally legal by this time on Wednesday. Fingers crossed for you, Captain. Hope that does all go according to plan. Because that's definitely, I'd be stressed out myself. I can't imagine. So fingers crossed that it all goes according to plan for you. So here is what it's kind of going to look like here for the next month or so, guys. As many of you, William at the beginning was saying that you hope I have more Kenya videos. I have more Kenya videos, but I also, the video that was like highlights from Kenya, and it was the circle of life. I want to make more videos like that. I've always wanted to make videos like that, but I've avoided it because of the copyright. Like, I don't care. If I don't make money on it, I don't make money on it. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care about that. So I would like to go through all of my Route 66 photos and videos, and I would love to make a video to the Route 66 song about all of those travels. And there's so much stuff like that. There are very, very big things that I'm working on right now for my season 4, maybe 5 premiere. I don't even know how many years I've been doing this channel now. 4? I really don't. I've lost track. I need to look. But there's big things that I'm working on. I want to make sure they're done by beginning of September. And next weekend, my RAs are moving in, which means I have to do RA training. And then we have everybody moving into the dorms and the beginning of the school year starting. So this is what we're going to do. Next week, next Tuesday, I will post another video and or go live after Captain Jack still. It will be a normal Tuesday. But then I will take a couple weeks off. That way I can get my RAs trained. I can get everybody moved in. I can handle the chaos of a new school year. I can start my classes. And then I will communicate with Captain Jack and I will adjust accordingly. I don't expect Captain Jack to adjust to my schedule, but I will see what I can do. Maybe I go after him on Saturdays. I don't know. I will figure something out. In the meantime, during those couple weeks gap, what I will do is I will not do any live streams. I am going to do those type of videos. I'm going to post a video on Route 66. I'm going to do a video on Zach Zobiak and the Great Cycle Challenge again, because that is going to be coming up here. And hopefully I could get some people signed up and also participating. We're going to do shorter 10-minute videos, and hopefully Captain Jack will continue to send you guys my way. And that way, if I'm not there during the video premiere, you know, class is running late, I'm doing that stuff, but you also get to see some good quality entertainment. I see William saying Captain can't wait so I can be shirtless at M24. Mike is saying it's a claim at most, either cannot monetize or revenue sharing, but just remember if you go to monetize and you have several claims, could hold up things like membership, etc. I had to deal with. And that's kind of why I'm not too concerned about it and why I'm not getting my hopes up, because I don't know. Mike probably knows for sure. I don't have any strikes against my channel, but I have used copyrighted music in several videos over the last 4 to 5 years. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But fingers crossed. And if you guys are willing, please put me on in the background and listen and help me get my hours up here. But he's saying, later, folks, my new dog is staring at me. She's the new boss. You should see Rocky. He talked me into giving him a TREAT earlier. You take care as well. Peace. I will see you hopefully later on. So that is kind of what we're looking at, guys. We're closing on monetization. My photography is becoming a big thing. I have a photography class coming up. So no more live streams after next week. I'll have one more. After next week, no more live streams for a while. I'm going to stick to, actually, Mike, while we're on that topic, the videos going back through and either muting or replacing the songs, worst case, could I just unlist them? Because from what I've heard, if you unlist a video, the hours still count. But since it's no longer public, technically I wouldn't have an issue. I don't know. But yeah, we're looking at stuff like that. And yeah, it's just going to be a really big month. Like, heck, not even a big month. It is going to be a very, very, like, 2 big months in ways that I'm not even sharing publicly yet, because I don't even fully know. There are things in motion and there are things I'm doing in the background, but oh my God, it's just, we'll see. We'll see if it all goes according to plan. Mike is saying that I may do some Tuesday nights then while you're away. Absolutely, Mike. The only stuff I will be posting after next week's live stream, I might do a little 10-minute video Tuesday and Saturday nights after Captain Jack. Got to ask them. Want to make sure I'm not stepping on anybody's toes on Saturday night. But I'm going to do those 10-minute videos, not even like the Route 66 song. It's 4 minutes long, I think. Stuff like that. And that's what I'll be doing the last 2 weeks of August until I kick off a new season. And hopefully it'll be a new season party, a monetization party, a photography celebration. Hopefully we will be celebrating in so many ways. I see William asking a good question here. I do not currently, I'm not opposed to it, I don't think. I would like to learn more about it. I do. I'm trying to think. Venmo, that's what it is. I have Venmo and PayPal. And I would be open to that. Okay, Mike's answering my question. It still has the claim. He tried that. Okay. Good to know. Thank you, Kobe. If Mike doesn't mind, please get my digits from him. Absolutely, Mike. I will actually text you after this live stream. I'm going to have to let Rocky OUT here in a minute. So after I get that stuff handled, I will text you just so you have my number as well. Mike is saying, why not create your own music and you could do a Route 66 song? I can't. Big into music, Mike. Not talented when it comes to that. Definitely. Oh my God, Captain Jack. Oh my God, Captain Jack. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. And it's so Captain Jack of you. Yes. Play keyboard, play guitar, play drums, play all that stuff. Always have been big into music. I can't write songs. I've tried many, many, many times over several countless years, probably over a decade. I'd even say I just not my talent, unfortunately. Kobe, did you see my new shirt and hat? I have not, William. Is there a picture on YouTube? Because I could look that up after here. Yeah, she agrees. Renee agrees. Suno.com, easy to use for us less musically talented. I can write lyrics, but can't do much else. I even have to give you props to that, Mike, though, because as someone who plays guitar, keyboard, like drums, percussion, all that different stuff, it is impossible for me to write lyrics. It is a whole different ballpark. That takes some serious talent. Definitely get with me. I can walk you through entering info into AI and coming up with a song. That is something I have tried over the last year. So if you know more about that, I definitely would like to learn more. I feel like there is eventually, if not now, there will be stuff to create your own songs. But I think, I'm trying to think here, if that's everything. My photography class, we're almost going to hit monetization with my hours. I need 500 more hours. Oh, that's what I was also going to ask. Outside of watching my YouTube channel, of course, if you guys are willing to hopefully help me get my hours up and hit that monetization mark, and also just because I'm curious, can you please go through my YouTube channel and share your favorite video from my channel? Can you please share it out on YouTube or social media, wherever? If you are willing, can you please do that? I'm curious to see what your favorite video is, and hopefully friends, family, stuff like that will come over, and that will also help get my watch time up. Mike is telling you big truth. The Suno app is awesome. Steve is using it too, and a few others. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I mean, AI is just really getting advanced and really getting up there. Just dropped a song for friends and family back in the Northeast that have been hit by flooding and destruction. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Mike. I'm kind of curious what your song is. Captain Jack, your song can be in Winslow, Arizona. Yeah. See, Captain Jack keeps saying he's coming back to Michigan, but I don't believe you, Captain. I think you just secretly really, really want to stay in Arizona. Standing on a corner and oh, Captain. I go through Suno show and tell on Sunday Night Lives for those that want to learn. Ooh, good to know. Busy weekend with me, writing my book and all of that, but I can try to tune in this weekend. The Gogebic County Fair is happening right outside my window. So I think I'm either going to be hiding off campus or completely booked up and hiding in my room the entire weekend. So but I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. We've been going for an hour 20, and I am not going to midnight, not tonight. Hint, hint, for future live stream, maybe. But thank you all for tuning in to the video tonight. Thank you for tuning in to the live stream. Thank you for all of the questions. It's always so much more engaging and exciting when I have people here in chat, especially asking questions. It helps the hour go by much quicker. And I tend to talk pretty quickly, so usually I have a list of things I want to talk about, and I finish it within half an hour. But yeah, I feel like I am. I feel like I'm forgetting something, which is why I keep stalling here, but I think that is it. Next week, I will have a live stream and stuff on Tuesday, as usual, and then we will go from there. So, Mike's saying I dropped you a message on Facebook page for the channel with a link to the song. Ooh, thank you, Mike. Thank you. Captain has a lady in Michigan. He must check in. So thank you all for tuning in. Rocky is getting antsy here. I'm going to let him OUT. And I hope you all have a great night, great weekend. Don't forget Captain Jack's live stream tomorrow, also followed by Nate at 8 Eastern, as he has a very special guest tomorrow. So make sure you tune into that. And I will see you all next Tuesday. God, what is my motto? I'm having a brain fart here. What's my motto? Remember, life is short, so don't waste it in your comfort zone. See you guys next week.